guys, happy Friday. It's time for another letter. Last day of our school for this week. And then we get 2 days to rest and relax. Actually, sorry, we get 3 days to rest and relax because I forgot Monday's a holiday. Woohoo! So we won't have class again until Tuesday, but we still got to get through our lesson first, okay? What letter are we learning today? I don't know. Good thing there's the mystery box to help us figure it out. Let's take a peek at what's inside. What is this? X marks the spot and a map? Maybe that means we're going to have this as our map to tell us all the different clues to find the treasure. Ooh, I'm excited to go on a treasure hunt. Let's put this down so we can figure out. Let's see. I've got a fox holding an x-ray. An ox holding an x-ray. A box with something inside. What's inside? A T-Rex. It's hard to hold and see. Oh, there we go. There we go. Our T-Rex. Huh. T-Rex, box, ox, x-ray, fox, x-ray. Oh, that must be what the map meant. It meant X. X marks the spot, and that's our letter of the day. Wow, how cool was that? Okay, time to put this away so we can get to our letter, to our learning how to write it and to see what it looks like. Ready? Dun, 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 dun. Whoop. There we go. There's my X. And big X and little x. Remember, we have an uppercase, a capital, and we have a lowercase, right? Now, X looks so easy to do. I think we can handle this. Let's start with our big X. Now, it looks like all we have to do are two things. You ready? We're going to start here at the top left. We're going to slide down the mountain. That's the first step. You ready for the second step? Start at the top right and slide down the mountain. Ta-da! Easy, right? Let's try it. Slide down the mountain and slide down the mountain. All done with that one. One more time. Slide down the mountain and slide down the mountain. Ta-da! What could be easier, right? I know what could be easier. The little X, because we don't have to go as far. You ready? Slide down the mountain. Slide down the mountain. Ta-da! One more time. Ready? Slide down the mountain, and it's a little slide, and slide down the mountain. Another little slide, because it's the little X. Ta-da! So now we've seen our X's. We've written the X's. So now we know how to draw an X on our map to show where the treasure is. And now it must be time for the sound. Now, X makes a really silly sound. You ready to hear it? It goes like this. X. It's like a K sound or a C sound and then an S sound combined. It's crazy. It's X. Can you do that with me? X. Let's do it 3 times. Ready? X, X, X. It's silly. I know. I can't help but want to laugh too. So now let's sing our silly song to help us remember what sound it makes. Remember? It goes like this. X says X, 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 X. And we'll do it that slow, okay? You ready to help me sing it? Good. Ready? X goes X, 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 X. X goes X, 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 X goes X, 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 X goes X. Whew. My tongue feels tired from having to make that sound so much. Whew. I'm glad we can kind of relax now that we've seen our X's. We've written our X's, right? Just slide down the mountain and slide down the mountain. We know what sound it makes, the X sound. So it must be time for the activity. Well, for today's activity, we're going to make a musical instrument. Okay, it doesn't make music the way we're going to make it, but it really is an instrument that we can play maybe later in life, okay? But for now, I got to get my stuff. I'll meet you back in just a little bit. Okay, today we're going to make this instrument right up here. It's called an xylophone. And that starts with an X. And what it is little different bars, usually made in metal, sometimes it's wood, and the different sizes represent the different sounds it makes, okay? So we're going to make them out of this paper. We're not going to make them with the metal or wood, so it's not really going to make noises. But there are some that, as you get older, you can play with that can make those noises. So what I've done already is I've cut out my X, okay? So I cut it out. And I've already colored in my xylophone, and I use that little picture over here as my pattern guide. So I made my smallest one my purple, And my biggest one, my red. And I noticed there was a pattern. It was red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So it made the rainbow. And God made rainbows bright, bright, bright. So that was pretty cool. But I'm going to do one more thing after. I decided I wanted to make some sticks because that's what you use to hit the pieces over here to make the noise. So we're going to do that after. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to glue on my big X, okay? So here's my X. I'm going to flip it over. I took my time cutting it out. I'm going to put a little bit on the outside of these with my big glue. You guys, if you're using glue sticks, can do it on the outside. If you're using wet glue like mine, you know, you can put it on the inside. Don't have to put it on the outside. And I just put a little bit because I don't want to waste it, and it's just enough to hold it to the paper, okay? I chose a black paper because I want it to stand out. You guys can use whatever color paper you want. You guys can even color your X. And if you're going to color your X, I would recommend coloring it before you cut it out. So that way, if you go outside the lines, it'll stay just on the extra paper, not on your construction paper or other paper, okay? So I glue that on. And now I'm going to cut out all of my little pieces, okay? All my colored pieces. So I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to take my time and stay on the lines, okay? Remember, thumb in the small hole, fingers in the big hole, thumb stays up, and you can turn the paper, okay? Or you can cut part of it off and then finish trimming it that way. And then we push our trash to the side so we remember to throw it away afterwards. We're not going to just have it all over the place, right guys? Okay. When you're cutting, your thumb stays up. It's a good reminder to give yourself a good job. So when you're telling yourself you're doing a good job, you're giving yourself a thumb up, and that's how you remember how to cut your scissors with your scissors, okay? And if you get a little off the line, that's okay. If you cut a little bit more than you're supposed to, that's okay too. I just want you to try your best. Oopsies. Yeah, I'll get that piece of paper later. So I'm going to start up here this time. You can cut all the way across if that's easier to help you cut it out too. There's a lot of fun ways to cut things out, okay? Just make sure when you're cutting, your fingers are staying far away from the scissors. I don't want you cutting yourself. I don't want you cutting your clothes, your hair, or anything else. Just the paper. Okay, guys? Just the paper. And you can cut it out in any order. So I did the smallest three first, and now I'm cutting out the big one. As long as you cut them out and you don't lose them, it's okay. Oopsies. And I just noticed that all three of them had the same edge, so I just decided to cut that big edge right there. So, and now working on the little one. So, you can cut them in any order you want, guys. Doesn't matter. Just make sure you don't lose them. So when you put them down on your table or your workspace, I'd make sure to leave the color side up, just so you remember which ones are which, okay? That way you don't have to kind of compare them all. You can, but it takes a little bit longer. Almost done. Carefully. There we go. Whoopsies. I got a little silly and carried away and almost put that in my trash pile. Actually, I did put it in the trash pile. Luckily, I put it away. Okay, all my pieces are cut out. So I put my scissors down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom. Okay? And this is what it's going to be to my bottom. It's my biggest area. And I'm going to put my X's for xylophone. I'm going to put it facing me, and then I'll turn it around when I'm all done. Okay, guys? So you guys can see what it's like. So I'm going to put, whoopsies, a little bit of glue just on the edge. Not a lot because I don't want to get my fingers sticky. Right? And we don't want to waste glue. Just enough to get it to stick. And I'm going to put it right in the middle. Ta-da! So I'll turn it around so you guys can see. There we go. So I've got my X's for xylophone, so that way when I'm all done, I'll be able to read it. Okay? Put those brown pieces of paper off the side. Those are for later. So I have to think about my order. What was my order of the rainbow? Red, orange. So orange is next. This time I'm going to put it just in the middle of my paper because I don't think I need that much glue to have it stick. And put it just a little bit up. You can leave some space in between, okay? Because there's space in between. That's when you hit the pieces on the xylophone, these things kind of vibrate a little bit, and that produces a noise. So there needs to be space. If they were touching, they wouldn't be able to make the same noise, okay? or they wouldn't be able to make their noise properly, I should say. So then came yellow. And if it goes over the sides, that's okay. That's what this picture is meant to do. Okay, so red, orange, yellow, green. Okay, so here's my green. Oopsies. I've got to helps if I put it on the table to make sure it stays. There's green. I gotta do blue, because blue's next. There we go. And what's the last color of our rainbow? Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. So there's my purple. So now I know all my pieces were in order, and there we go. There's my xylophone. But I wanted to make the mallets. So what I did was I got a strip of brown construction paper, and I cut into just two kind of long but thin rectangles, okay? So I'm going to glue one rectangle down first. So again, just a little bit of glue on in the middle. And I'm going to make it so it slides down the mountain, because I'm going to make it into an X2, okay? I'm going to put another bit of glue on my other one. Glue that down right there. That's my other part of my X. Now we're going to cut the others into circles, because when you hit the xylophone, you're going to use circles for the heads of the mallets. So I cut out a circle. I'm going to glue it down, and then I'll show you how I cut out a circle, okay? So there's a circle. So I took a square piece of paper, and then I just started trying to curve around. So as I'm cutting, I'm just turning my paper, trying to make it into a circle shape. And it doesn't have to be a perfect circle, as long as it kind of looks like one, okay? And just try your best. I know it's kind of hard at first, and sometimes I have a hard time with it too. But I think that looked okay. There we go. There's my other circle. And so I'm going to glue that one on top of here. And there we go. Now I have two X's, one here. You know, slide down the mountain for my xylophone, and an X, slide down the mountain, and slide down the mountain with my mallets to help strike the xylophone. That's pretty fun. I like music things. Hopefully you enjoyed that craft like I did. Well, it's time for me to go. Until next time, may God bless you and your family. Have a great weekend. Bye.